the commission annual report. Commissioner, so the purpose of this, to give some context, is this is something that the commission, this is something very valuable to the commission for the newer commissioners who I actually should have introduced, and I think I will in a moment. Having a formalized way and a process to report what we do and account for what we do and make sure that what we do is visible and recognized and we can do more of it. And Commissioner Cummings put together a phenomenal start for a structure for an annual report. Thank you, Commissioner Cummings.
Okay, this is one of my hot buttons since I've been on this commission, is the fact that we don't have really a history of what we accomplish each year. We accomplish a lot. Since I've been on the commission, we've done a lot. We've grown, progressed, and I feel each year we have a greater level of achievement through the participation of all the commissioners and everything else. So it's really good things we do. Unfortunately, and I had a slide on this, Sabrina. I don't know if you have that on the machine. Anyway, it's just a couple of talking points. And what triggered this, it really crystallized it for me, was the fact that at the Rules Committee meeting, there was where this commission got put in jeopardy of being disavowed, changed to 10 commissioners, and a whole bunch of stuff was going to change. Nobody knew on that committee what we did. There were comments, and I got so kind of upset with that, what happened at that meeting. I transcribed it, and I made a transcription so I could read it. I could read the actual dialogue. And revisiting that, I could go to the position of the people that were at that meeting, the mayor, city manager, the deputy city manager, and some council members. They did not know what this commission did. They did not know whether we were sticking to the work plan. Are they off the reservation? Comments like that. We then went to a retreat, which I don't want to dwell on the outcome or how that retreat was conducted. I don't want to go there. But in essence, we need a record of what we do. Now, I put together a draft. This is a draft. These are the things that I saw. I would like to get out there if you approve of it, if you want to go this way, but I feel strongly about this. Some of the criticism of this report, and I don't expect it to get resolved tonight. Some of you are leaving. You won't be here. Next month is going to be your last meeting. And I would like to get comments from everyone who won't be here, because possibly when we get this thing, if it gets going, it won't get approved until after you've gone. I do want you to see it. I do want you to get an idea and make some contributions if we go forward with this, of your feelings on this, okay? So this is not cast in brass. It's talking points. It's not a blank paper. If we move ahead and go forward with this, I'm more than happy to reconcile the comments. You get the comments back to Sabrina if she's amenable to this. I will reconcile the comments and come up with a workful next iteration. I feel this is an iterative thing. But one of the hot buttons for the Rules Committee was that we were using too much staff time. We've made tremendous efforts in reducing staff time. The caucus process, for example, is a great example of that. We do follow the work plan. We do have all that. Anyway, lessons learned and recommendations, it's all in there. So anyway, those are my ideas. If you want comments, I only ask if you do comment on it that they're specific. Too vague is not a good comment. Too long is not a good comment. Please put some words in there. There's a lot of holes in there. One of the things that's in there, I tabulated the number of hours that we put in for committee meetings and all that. There's some holes in there. I don't have ad hoc meetings. I don't know the number of hours for ad hoc meetings, and that's important to capture, okay? So I do want to come up with a total. They're not aware of how many hours, and people in general don't know. there'll be blowback here. Some people feel this is too much, the council's not gonna read it. I'm sorry, I don't buy that. We need to, even for our own use, next year, the new people coming in need to see something. If it's too long for the council, it won't be too long for them. They need to get an idea of what we do. I didn't have that when I came on board, okay? And I think it's helpful. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Any discussion, comments, or questions for Commissioner Cunningham? Commissioner Wilkins?
I just applaud this. I think we need to do it. It was long overdue. This is great. I really, really support it.
Commissioner Henry?
What's the result that you're wanting to accomplish? Make this a permanent template?
I would hope so, that each year, next year, and if we do, I did the ad hoc committee, how to do an ad hoc committee. We have an ad hoc committee process. And then part of that process is you produce a final report. If I had when I had that, I didn't get that. Ideally, you can make this report out of all of the final reports of the ad hoc committees. You take the summary out of each one of those final reports and compile this annual report. This is not hard to do if you have the material, okay? So I kind of like to do that, this as a template, and then next year, the next commission looks at that, what was in the work plan, what was accomplished, and then do that each year.
So you want to make it permanent next year or next session with the new?
Right.
Okay.
Right. So this is this year, and then we'll have a new work plan, starting in August, whoever's here.
But you want to make it as a template so we can have it every
Yes.
single year after that?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I'm trying to get
Right.
through. And we want to make it permanent with the new commissioners coming on
It'd be
board.
nice to know 5 years from now, so we can look back at 5-year history and say, wow, this is what they've done, 5 years. And you see, you've got some metrics there. You see that part. We don't have that now. We don't know what we did 4 years ago. Really, we don't have a history, really, of what we did 4 years ago.
Sabrina, you have a comment?
Just, I wanted to say that there is a mechanism to provide an annual report. It would go to the Neighborhood Services and Education Subcommittee of Council as just a regular part of the process. So there is a place for this to go. I just want to let you guys know.
And speaking to, if I may, speaking to the length of the document, I agree, like, as long as it's a great document, I'm not worried about how long it is. Would it include a memo written by staff that would summarize it? Like,
Yes.
So someone would read the upshot, whether they read the whole thing or not. Okay, thank you.
My only concern is it's our report, we generated it.
Yes.
And it doesn't get reinterpreted
Correct.
by somebody else.
Correct, yes. It'd be,
So with regards to that process, the memos are required anytime we submit anything to council, for example, like the budget letter. So there would be a small background section, there would be the analysis, which would be the substance of what's in the report, and then the report itself would be an attachment to the memo, so they would actually get the document. And the same is true of the budget letter, anything else that goes forward.
Commissioner Colson.
Yeah, I think this is a great document, and I've got a lot of small things, but there's one major disagreement that I have that's kind of filtered throughout the document. If you look on page 5, section 4.6.3 is one example of it, and it says sales tax increase strategies, which was Juan Estrada's champion project that just went nowhere. And it says here, because of the reduced number of commissioners available during the year, this task was deferred. That's just simply not true. On the participatory budgeting and maybe on the high-speed rail, these are all things that we thought we would take on and then we just didn't do it. So it's not that we were operating with too few commissioners throughout the thing, it was that we decided that we weren't going to do them. And I want to make sure that that's in there. I understand the desire to say, they haven't given us much support, and we did operate without the full commission because they stopped the seating of new commissioners for a while. But we need to take responsibility. If we put something on the work plan and then don't do it, we can't really say, well, you didn't give us the tools to do it. Those 3 things are all our fault, and we got to belly up and take responsibility.
No, and I spelled Jonathan Velasquez's name wrong. I caught that. I can't read my own writing. When you came on board, I wrote down your name. I can't read my own writing.
addition, and
I just also wanted to chime in and tell Gary that this is a fabulous document.
Thank you for that.
your comment, Commissioner Plummer?
Yeah, Gary, this is wonderful. You did a great job here. Looking at the lessons learned, section 6, and I agree with just about everything in here. We need to know the CMO staffing allocation for support. A roundtable, 1 minute roundtable to go around and speak about issues pertinent to our district. Fantastic. We've been asking for that. Require presentations to be available online before a meeting. That's also fantastic. You know, just like tonight, I didn't know that the bylaws were up there, because the bylaws online were not the same as what was presented. So fantastic. Let's see, the only thing that I would have an issue with would be increasing a meeting hour time from 2.5 hours to 2 hours. But I'm not going to raise a big stink. If that's what we want, that's what we want. So thank you very much. Awesome.
Thank you. Anyone else have another comment? All right, this was a discussion only. At this point, I'd actually like to just make a quick introduction to folks and make a request that's germane to Commissioner Cunningham's document. So we have with us here tonight 2 commissioners-elect. This is Joel Buchanan and Richard Wong. Select, Commissioners select. Yes, they're not elected, they're selected. Thank you, Commissioner Navarro, that's very good.
Anointed.
Anointed, yes. Oh, man. All right, so one request for you is that there is a copy of this document on the table. So the ask would be for you guys, as new commissioners with fresh eyes, you've been to a couple of meetings, to read this document, and perhaps at the next meeting, if you can come, to make public comment or give comment to Commissioner Cunningham on how it would help or not help you. We'll have 10 commissioners joining us. 10 commissioners joining. And if this is an onboarding document or can be used as such, we want to leverage that. You guys would be a great group for that. That's one request. 2, if you'd like to, request to take a moment, maybe a minute each, and introduce yourself if you wish, and let us know what brings you here, and offer our invitation. I wish I'd done this at the beginning, so please step to the mic if you'd like to.
Hello, thank you very much for inviting me to be here. My name is Jewel Buchanan. I live in District 5. Actually, I was born and raised in District 5 and moved back to District 5 after my mom had a stroke to come back and take care of her. Saw a lot of things that were happening in that area that just flabbergasted me. I thought, okay, not on my watch. So I, through Olivia's invitation, found out about the Neighborhood Commission and thought, okay, this would be a good place to bring forward a lot of the concerns of residents who live in District 5. So that's why I'm here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Welcome.
Welcome.
Commissioner Select Wong.
Thank you. My name is Richard Wong. I live in District 3, specifically in the Del Mar Park neighborhood. I've been working with the neighborhood for quite a while, and also have a pleasure to meet most of the panels right here, and I have lots of ideas. Definitely appreciate the opportunity to give out some comment, and most of all is what I just did earlier, to request everyone to look at what we do best, from a different perspective. And smart cities, in my opinion, is a good way, and I would explain that as I come on board, and looking forward to work with everyone. Thank you.
Richard, did you have an announcement? Oh, you made your announcement about Friday.
Yes, thank you. I did make my announcement earlier, which is Friday, this coming Friday. We put lots of work putting together this concept of smart city, and I should be there the whole morning, so would love to see everyone there. Thank you.
Thank you. And so I made a request for both of you to review that Commissioner Cunningham's document, to accept, counteroffer, decline
I accept.
Accept? Okay, great, and hopefully you can be here next time, we'd love your feedback. If not, Commissioner Cunningham is eager to hear your feedback, as are we.